year. To all our graduates,
the University of
Nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, Unisa must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. To this end, Unisa is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine studies. As a discipline, marine studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and aeronautical studies. Aviation and aeronautical studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in Unisa's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. Energy studies. Unisa's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space studies and Square Kilometer Array. Unisa has been extensively involved in the $1 billion Square Kilometer Array project since 2012. The Unisa Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a modern, well-equipped facility housing a 14-inch telescope where the College of Science, Engineering and Technology offers undergraduate courses in astrophysics and astronomy with specialization up to PhD level. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization. The fourth industrial revolution can be described as the advent of cyber-physical systems, involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. Examples include genome editing and new forms of machine intelligence. The College of Graduate Studies will support and promote studies into 4IR and digitalization, while the Graduate School of Business Leadership presents a short learning program on big data. Natural sciences. The simplest definition of biotechnological studies is applied biology. Through the application of biological knowledge and techniques to develop products or services, Unisa's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is one of the main partners in the African Biogenome Project, a coordinated Pan-African effort piloting a project with a key objective of sequencing 100,000 endemic species. Health and/or pharmaceutical studies. The Department of Health Studies is prepared for the challenge of equipping their students with research skills and expertise in the field of health and pharmaceutical studies. The UNESCO Unisa Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology is leading the international research into the nano-delivery of medicinal drugs, including African herbal medicine. The College of Law offers an elective undergraduate model on medical law. feminist, womanist, Wusadi theorizations. In the College of Human Sciences, the Institute for Gender Studies, the College of Education and the Graduate School of Business all contribute to the interdisciplinary research into eliminating gender-based violence, homophobia and transphobia, and discrimination against women in the workplace and the political arena. The Institute also uses education about gender as an effective way to achieve gender equality and the empowerment of women. Student support and co-curricular activities. Unisa is uniquely placed to offer creative and radically innovative ways of enhancing student support. Unisa's College of Graduate Studies has developed a whole range of training programs to assist and encourage students. The Advocacy and Resource Center for Students with Disabilities promotes the principle of access for success, and the Student Development Division provides students with social support and leadership development services. These niche areas find expression in the rich tapestry of our disciplines included in the College of Accounting Sciences, Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Economic and Management Sciences, Education, Graduate Studies, Human Sciences, Law, Science, Engineering and Technology, the Graduate School of Business Leadership, and the Thabo Mbeki School of Public and International Affairs. As Africa's leading open distance e-learning university, we can reflect with great pride on the past 150 years of transformational education, and we are confident in our ability to succeed and become a truly high-performance university as we define tomorrow.
Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, Unisa must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. To this end, Unisa is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine studies. As a discipline, marine studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology, to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and aeronautical studies. Aviation and aeronautical studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in Unisa's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. Energy studies. Unisa's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space studies and square kilometer array. Unisa has been extensively involved in the $1 billion square kilometer array project since 2012. The Unisa Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a modern, well-equipped facility housing a 14-inch telescope where the College of Science, Engineering and Technology offers undergraduate courses in astrophysics and astronomy with specialization up to PhD level. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization. The fourth industrial revolution can be described as the advent of cyber-physical systems involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. Examples include genome editing and new forms of machine intelligence. The College of Graduate Studies will support and promote studies into 4IR and digitalization, while the Graduate School of Business Leadership presents a short learning program on big data. Natural sciences. The simplest definition of biotechnological studies is applied biology. Through the application of biological knowledge and techniques to develop products or services, Unisa's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is one of the main partners in the African Biogenome Project, a coordinated Pan-African effort piloting a project with a key objective of sequencing 100,000 endemic species. Health and/or pharmaceutical studies. The Department of Health Studies is prepared for the challenge of equipping their students with research skills and expertise in the field of health and pharmaceutical studies. The UNESCO Unisa Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology is leading the international research into the nano-delivery of medicinal drugs, including African herbal medicine. The College of Law offers an elective undergraduate model on medical law. Feminist, womanist, Wusadi theorizations. In the College of Human Sciences, the Institute for Gender Studies, the College of Education and the Graduate School of Business all contribute to the interdisciplinary research into eliminating gender-based violence, homophobia and transphobia, and discrimination against women in the workplace and the political arena. The Institute also uses education about gender as an effective way to achieve gender equality and the empowerment of women. Student support and co-curricular activities. Unisa is uniquely placed to offer creative and radically innovative ways of enhancing student support. Unisa's College of Graduate Studies has developed a whole range of training programs to assist and encourage students. The Advocacy and Resource Center for Students with Disabilities promotes the principle of access for success, and the Student Development Division provides students with social support and leadership development services. These niche areas find expression in the rich tapestry of our disciplines included in the College of Accounting Sciences, Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Economic and Management Sciences, Education, Graduate Studies, Human Sciences, Law, Science, Engineering and Technology, the Graduate School of Business Leadership, and the Thabo Mbeki School of Public and International Affairs. As Africa's leading open-distance e-learning university, we can reflect with great pride on the past 150 years of transformational education, and we are confident in our ability to succeed and become a truly high-performance university as we define tomorrow.
Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, Unisa must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Unisa
By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. Thank you. Let us take our seats. Parents, family members, relatives, ladies and gentlemen, our beautiful graduates to be this morning, good morning. Dumelang. Nda. Molweni. Sanibonani. I would like, on behalf of the University of South Africa, to welcome you all to this session. My name is Moloko Sepota. I'm the acting University Registrar, and I'll be acting for the purposes of this session as the Vice-Chancellor. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this great University of the land, where futures are created. I'm here carrying and conveying happy and proud greetings from our Chancellor, His Excellency Dr. Thabo Mbeki, our Chairperson of Council, Dr. Den Musia, and the Council of the University also send their greetings as well. Receive also greetings from our Principal and Vice-Chancellor, Professor Puleng Lenkabula. As I indicated, I'm standing here in her capacity now, representing her. The executive management team, all my colleagues, I'm referring to all university staff members across all sections. They are also sending their greetings and well wishes for our graduates to be this morning. Everyone would have loved to be here, but unfortunately their schedules would not permit them to be with us at this juncture. Some of my colleagues here on stage, you can see our academics, not only academics, but proud academics who are so happy and more than grateful to be here with us this morning, to come and witness as our students will be celebrated, as our graduates to be will be honored, and they are proud of the work that they have done. The fact that they are here means that they did exceptionally well, and the certificates that are going to be distributed this morning, they are proud of those certificates, and they know that those students that will be receiving their certificates deserve those certificates. Unfortunately, as you can see, there are so many. I cannot mention them all by their names, but I welcome them, and I would like to mention just a few. Let me mention our acting registrar this morning, Mr. Robert Bezaiden-Hout. and our executive management team represented here by Ms. Nakeni, who's our VP and Chief Information Officer. Professor N. Ndo, representing CSET. Professor K. Simenya from the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Professor B.A. Dube, the Acting Director from the College of Law. Mrs. L.Q. Malepa, who will be talking to us shortly. Professor M.M. Dichaba from College of Education. Professor M.C. Mlauzi, the Deputy Executive Dean from College of Management Sciences and Economic and Management Sciences. Professor S. Dube, our Deputy Executive Dean from College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Professor L.L. Sibali, School Director from Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. We also welcome our proud supervisors who are here to present their beautiful doctoral students. We have Professor V.J. Pitswe, we have Professor M.M. Poshoko, Professor M. Chitakira, Professor L. Leonard, Mrs. M.A. Brandt, Dr. L.T. Namo, Professor V.S. Valaparapu, Mr. S. Ndazi, Professor F.D. Matlo. We welcome you, colleagues. We are proud of the work that you have done so far. To our parents, grandparents, spouses, relatives, family members and friends of our diplomates and graduates, we know you have played an important role. We are proud of that. You made it possible for our graduates to be here this morning. We are aware of the sacrifices that you have made. We know you have been there every step of the way. We know you supported our graduates to be, and we know that as they were facing many challenges, somewhere, somehow, might of them might have decided to quit. But because of you, because of your support, financially and otherwise, they persevered, and we are grateful to have them here this morning. Without you, most of them would have definitely fallen by the wayside. Thank you very much for what you have done. Thank you very much for being there. As a university, we don't take that for granted. We appreciate you, and thank you for that. There are very few things that would give us as much pleasure as seeing our students dancing and walking across the red carpet. That excites us. And that gives us the courage to go on even when we think it's not worth it. We appreciate that. And to our graduates and diplomates, you are beautiful. If no one told you this morning, I'm telling you, you are beautiful. Not only beautiful, you are special, and we are proud to be associated with you. We are proud of you. Today, we are here to celebrate the milestone that you have reached. You have worked very hard, and you deserve the honor. You deserve the recognition. You deserve to be celebrated. The journey of studying for a qualification, especially through an open distance e-learning mode, is not an easy one. And parents and relatives, graduates would attest to that. Sometimes when we see people just flying, we think that the load is not heavy for them. But they can tell you, they know it was far from being easy. They can tell you of the many challenges that they faced along the journey. A very long journey, a very long, lonely journey, that one they can tell you. And for sure, many of you were being referred to as being antisocial. And many of you were given many other names. That is the nature of the game. I think they can tell you that they have many challenges, especially when it comes to the limited face-to-face interactions with academics. And closely linked to that, I don't know whether they're telling the truth, but they will tell you that they've been trying to call them, and they were not answering their phones. They will tell you that they sent endless mails, and that we did not respond to those emails. They will tell you about the connectivity and downtimes issues. We know that some of them had to juggle their studies with work commitments, family responsibilities, and community presence. Many of them struggled with their finances, but we are happy that today they are here, they overcame all those things. We do not take for granted the difficulty of studying alone, including in some parts of the country where there are issues with electricity, supply, and perhaps technology challenges that they faced almost every day. We are aware of those challenges. We know some of you may have been tempted to use the so-called assistance that some illegal third parties were offering to you. Of course, at a fee. Some of you are not here with you this morning because they were tempted to go that route. It makes us happy to see that you were not tempted to follow that path. We can tell you that these temptations will not stop. Even when you come for your PhDs, my colleagues in front can attest to that. Even when it comes to a PhD, you will still receive those temptations. But we are happy that you were not tempted. And even as you continue with your further studies, because we know that it's a given that you are going to continue, whether with us or with another institution, the fact remains, I know you are going to continue. But those challenges will keep on knocking at your door. Well, if you open your door, you do so at your own peril. You may end up losing everything, every little thing that you have accumulated thus far. As a university, we are aware of those challenges, and we are working right around the clock to solve them. You might not be aware, but we are doing our best to solve them. We may not win today, we may not win tomorrow, but we are sure that we will definitely win that battle. And we want to thank you again that you are not part and parcel of that. You are here because you are a clear proof of the resilience that you have shown. You were resilient throughout. You were determined, you were committed, and of course, at times, you were forced to change overnight some of your habits and some of the things that you loved so that you can concentrate on your studies. And we are glad that your time now has come. You have arrived not only to receive your qualification, but most of them all to take your rightful places in further dispensation of knowledge and skills. The newly acquired knowledge and skill will come in handy as your university, your communities, your parents, your country are expecting a lot from you. We know what is happening across the country. We know what happened in the Eastern Cape over the weekend. We know what is happening in the Middle East. We know right here at our doorstep, we still face challenges with water. We still face challenges with electricity and many others. But we are happy and we are grateful because you are going to resolve those problems. We expect you to do that with your newly acquired knowledge and skill. I'm aware that it's a big order. We might be asking too much from you, but you are the only ones who can assist us. We have been struggling with water and electricity for far too long because maybe we don't have the right skills and qualifications, but we know you do and you are going to assist. This morning, a total of 469 certificates will be issued, and 319 of those certificates will be issued in person. Unisa continues to be proud in its endeavors of building communities and in contributing to the betterment of the lives of all in our country. And Unisa is trying to assist the country in order to realize the demands, the national imperatives, and many others. You know that we are expected as a higher education landscape to have over 1.3 million registered students by 2030. And for now, we are still around 800,000 to 900,000. And we are struggling to reach that target. And it doesn't look like we will reach that target by 2030. But your university is doing its best to assist the sector to reach that target. Your university is registering more than 40,000 first entry students every year. And we hope that is a good number. And even though we are not going to reach the 1.3 million, we believe we'll be closer to that. We continue to try our best. Your university continues to give space for those students who would otherwise not find an academic home in the higher education sector. And by saying that we are doing our best does not mean that we are perfect. Yes, we do have our own shortcomings, but those imperfections are only here to perfect us, to sharpen us, to be even better. Let me remind you that this graduation is an important celebratory occasion in many ways. And our academics here on stage are a sign, as I indicated, of the pride that Unisa has for you as graduates. And we are saying to you, let your achievement not end here, please. It's a proud moment, and continue to make us proud. It is our tradition as a university to give you the freedom to celebrate the success of your loved ones. And we want to say to you, praise them as you deem fit. I'm now referring to parents and loved ones. You relate as loudly as you wish, but we want to ask you one thing. Let us please not compete our graduates. It's their day today. Let us allow them to dance as they'll be walking through the red carpet. As parents and loved ones, your time to dance will come. It's not today. So let's allow them to enjoy this moment. The university appreciates you. That is why the university decided to assign you that seat. For these 2 hours, please enjoy that seat. Don't leave that seat. Let the graduates only be allowed to leave their seats as they'll be walking across the stage. And we also want to request you that as you relate, let us respect our graduates. Let us allow them space for them and their parents and loved ones to hear as their names are going to be announced. Some of them will be hearing their names being announced in public for the very first time. And it's your opportunity today, please, to give us that smile, especially as you'll be posing for your photo with the registrar there. You are going to keep that photo enjoy your session. It now gives me honor and great pleasure to introduce and welcome Miss LQ Malepa. Miss LQ Malepa, after I shall have left this lectern, she will come here to give us the Chancellor's address. Miss Malepa is the senior lecturer in the Department of Corrections Management from the College of Law. She holds an MA degree in Criminal Justice Correction. And her research interests include topics around corrections, rehabilitation, and recidivism. Hey, school. She will explain, or we can hear when she's presenting what that is all about. I thank you. Enjoy your session. And Malepa, as I go back to my seat, please come to the lectern.
The Chancellor of the University of South Africa, Dr. Thabo Mbeki, Vice Chancellor and Principal, Prof. Puleng Linkabula, Acting Vice Chancellor, Unisa Council members, Management Committee, Extended Management Committee, members of staff, parents, esteemed guests, and of course our dear graduates, good morning. When I was a child, I used to watch a lot of television. While watching television, I would see all types of accomplished people living their dream and being honored for the great work that they were doing. I saw great people, and I wanted to be great like those people. I, however, realized that my greatness would be different from these people, as all of our lives are unique. Irrespective of that, I believed that I would one day see my greatness, and I would marvel in it. As I stand before you today, I believe you as well are greatness, and I want you to marvel in your greatness. The theme of my Chancellor's address this morning is titled, See Your Greatness and Marvel in It. I believe that the path to discovering and defining one's greatness is heavily influenced by education, especially higher education. There are hard and soft barriers to education. The hard barriers to education include lack of access to student funding, lack of access to technology, lack of access to the internet, and overall limited opportunities. Studies have also shown that the soft barriers to education include a lack of aspiration. When individuals do not aspire to attaining a higher education, they are not likely to pursue a higher education. You graduates have managed to not only overcome accessing education through your aspiration and through assistance with hard barriers, but you managed to avoid being a university dropout, as statistics show that 60% of students drop out within their first year. The reason I'm mentioning these hard and soft barriers to education is to show you that the reason you are sitting here today is because of the strength within you to overcome these barriers. Wilma Rudolph, an African-American female athlete, was quoted saying, "Never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of the human spirit. We are all the same in this notion. The potential for greatness lives within each of us." In addition to that, the media mogul Malcolm Forbes was quoted saying, "Education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an open one." It is my belief that as you sit here today, your education has opened up your mind and influences how you perceive life. I believe that your education has opened up your mind on how you perceive society and what being a responsible and positive citizen in society entails. And I also believe that your education has opened up your mind to what a significant person you are, and in helping you realize that greatness lives within you. I am quite sure that as you were traveling to your graduation ceremony, you felt excitement in your heart and you had stars in your eyes. You felt happiness to have finally made it after spending the past few years registering for a variety of modules, engaging with your course material, and completing various assessments. I believe you are sitting here proud to have completed your qualification and that you're looking forward to entering through the doors your qualification will open for you. As a fellow Unison, I am very hopeful that doors will indeed open for you. A higher education provides many with greater opportunities that unfortunately cannot be accessed with matric only. A higher education can allow you to explore a career that has the potential to transform your life and the lives of your family members. A higher education can help you access a career that will help you in your personal development as you will continue to learn as you work. Your higher education can also provide opportunities that you never would have thought of. For instance, you may end up using your attained qualification in a unique manner or find yourself in careers that you never would have envisioned. I believe that your education will create a life for you that is bigger than what you would have dreamed of. I encourage you to not only look to the future with hope, but to also look at your past with pride. I believe all of you graduates have been alive for at least 2 decades. Some of you have been alive for 3 decades, 4 decades, 5 decades, and possibly even 6 decades. For those of you who have been alive for 2 or 3 decades, It may seem minuscule in the grand scheme of life. However, it means that you've accumulated decades of experience that you can share with people. To those of you who have been alive for 4 decades or more, you have wider experiences at this point. The person you were in your younger years is highly likely not the person you are today. You have reinvented and reintroduced yourself to society. All of you here have lived and have experiences that include the high points and low points of life. Those high points and low points of your lives have helped you become who you are today. They shaped your purpose. They pointed you to the qualification you decided to pursue. They shaped your work ethic, and they helped define you as a great. Think back on that time you obtained a distinction, that time you made it to your school's top 10 achievers, and that time you set goals for yourself and actually achieved them. Then think back on that time you failed, on how those failures made you sad and disappointed. However, those same failures helped you to open your mind and consider other avenues that you could explore. Think of how your failure or your rejection worked for your good. As I conclude, I hope that as you move forward, you do not lose sight of who you are and how far you have come. I believe immensely in the words of the athlete Larry Fitzgerald, which were, "You can never let anything distract you from your main objective. My only goal is to be great. That's all I want. That's all I ever aspire to be. Greatness is something nobody can ever take away from you, no matter what happens." With those words, congratulations to our graduates. Always remember to see your greatness and marvel in it. Thank you.
Thank you, May Malepa, for your wonderful message. You heard graduates. She talked about achievements. She talked about greatness because you are great. She talked about the challenges that you might have gone through your education system and the higher education. And she requested you to stay focused because your empty mind is replaced by your open mind. And she requests you to marvel, not only to see, but to marvel at your greatness. And what I liked about her, it was very clear that your greatness may not necessarily be the same as mine. She indicated that you are transformed. And because you are now transformed, you are expected to go out and transform your family, by extension, your community. And she further requested you to stay focused, not to be distracted in what you are doing. Thank you, Mimalepa. We appreciate that. I'm going to request that we only give 2 minutes for the colleagues to come inside, then we'll start. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you once more not to leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. Let me also request you to ensure that your cell phones are switched to a silent mode so that we don't disturb the proceedings of the day, but especially so that we ensure that we respect our graduates to be who will be receiving their certificates today. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Chiwela Caroline Ramashisha for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor V.S. Valapapurapu, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled The Study of Non-Resonant Microwave Absorption in Barium Potassium Iron Arsenide Superconducting Single Crystals, she made valuable advancement in the understanding of the phenomenon of non-resonant microwave absorption in the iron nectide superconductors. Her results are original and are validated by extensive modeling.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Chiwela Caroline Ramashisha the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Chiwela Caroline Ramashisha.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Esaias Elias Chuko for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Dr. L.T. Namo, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis, entitled Investigating Current and Potential Expansion, Socioeconomic Impact and Climate Smart Management of Water Hyacinth in the Rift Valley Lakes of Ethiopia, the water hyacinth is one of the most invasive alien plants affecting the provision of ecosystem services from water. In Ethiopia, a country affected by extreme droughts, the water hyacinth has degraded the already depleted water resources. This study did not only assess the detrimental effects of this invasive plant, but also provided the economic benefits that can be derived from the plant. The study applied novel nature-based solutions to provide pathways to control the spread of this plant and derive economic benefits that can improve livelihoods. 4 internationally peer-reviewed articles came from this study.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Esaias Elias Chuko the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Esaias Elias Chuko.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Tanya Erasmus for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Prof. E.P. de Kroon, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled A Comparison of Place Attachment as a Cultural Ecosystem Service in South African National Parks, an Adaptive Management Strategy, she thoroughly investigates the intangible benefits of ecotourists' subjective experiences within national parks in South Africa. Data were collected from adult visitors to national parks using questionnaires and interviews and analyzed using both qualitative and quantitative techniques. Her results show that while all respondents feel strongly connected to nature, concerns about current and future environmental threats drive park visitation. This research adds value to the respective South African national parks' strategic adaptive management, and the results could be incorporated into the preferred strategic direction for each park. The co-supervisor for this study was Ms. M.E. Brandt.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Tanya Erasmus the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Tanya Erasmus.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Simpiwe Ntokozo Yamgoni for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Prof. Leonard, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled Examining Water Governance and Water Efficiency Strategies in 3 to 5-star graded game lodges and Associated Residential Benefication, the case of reflexive water governance at Denokeng Game Reserve in Gauteng, South Africa, she explored reflective water governance practices adopted by game lodges, enabling residents for sustainable water management. Her research demonstrated that the intricate relationship between different stakeholders could lead to reduced water quality if not optimally managed. This research contributes to the ongoing discourse on responsible tourism, emphasizing the need for reflexive water governance as an integral component in the pursuit of sustainable development.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Simpiwe Ntokozo Yamgoni the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Simpiwe Ntokozo Yamgoni.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you William Muzorewa for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Prof. M. Chitagira, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled Evaluating Climate-Smart Livelihood Strategies in Rural and Urban Communities, the case of Mutare District, Zimbabwe, he evaluates climate-smart livelihood strategies practiced in Mutare District in the context of climate change and variability. He adopts the mixed methods research approach and applies the sustainable livelihoods framework to understand the various factors that influence livelihood strategies. Female-headed households were found to be predominant in rural areas, such that the study recommends giving attention to the development of innovations that enhance adoption of climate-smart livelihood strategies by female farmers.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on William Muzorewa the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on William Muzorewa.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Raymond Vusi Mabuza for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor I.I. Sitlodi, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis, The Role of Community Learning Centers in the Empowerment of Youth Towards Empowerment or Self-Empowerment, Gauteng Province, he explored the responsibility of community learning centers in empowering the youth for the enrollment or self-enrollment initiatives. His findings revealed that most of the CLCs were not offering programs that fulfilled their mandate, graduating learners without competencies that would then afford them employment of initiatives or self-employment initiatives. Hence, the recommendations for CLCs to partner with local businesses and for the empowerment of, and that the Department of Higher Education and Training to develop staff with competencies to empower programs that will provide offerings for community learning centers to improve their offerings.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Raymond Vusi Mabuza the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Raymond Vusi Mabuza is a colleague in the College of Education, Department of Adult, Community, and Continuing Education.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Raymond Vusi Mabuza.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Sekesai Bridget Muzavangwa for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor M.M. Poshoko, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled Evaluating the Use of School-Based Assessment in Grade 12 Mathematics, a Case Study in the South African Schooling System, she investigated the implementation of school-based assessment in Grade 12 Mathematics. Employing the theory for systemic change, a sequential explanatory mixed methods design was used to explore the SBA implementation from the teacher's perspectives, followed by an analysis of learners' performance. The study developed a systemic model that embraces active stakeholder engagements to ensure the successful implementation of Grade 12 Mathematics SBA in South Africa. The co-supervisor for the study was Professor Eric Maupi Letswalo.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Sekesai Bridget Mutsvangwa the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Sekesai Bridget Msavanga.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Pule Joseph Serero for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request his supervisor, Professor F.D. Matlo, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In his thesis entitled The Experiences of Full-Service School Teachers in Using Information and Communication Technologies to Teach Learners with Visual Impairments, he qualitatively investigates the experiences of teachers using Bronfer-Brenner's biological ecological systems and Vygotsky's sociocultural models. His findings that load shedding, poor internet connectivity, and insufficient funds to buy ICT equipment were hindrances to teaching learners who are visually impaired. The study makes a valuable contribution to the field of inclusive education by developing an integrated strategy towards the teaching of ICTs to visually impairment learners. Dr. T.A.L. Pala was the co-supervisor.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Pule Joseph Serero the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer Doctor of Philosophy, degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Bule Joseph Serero.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Siviwe Joabi for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Professor V.J. Pitswe, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her study entitled Investigating the Challenges in the Implementation of the Recognition of Prior Learning for Credit Policy within the Public Service Sector in South Africa, she thoroughly investigates the implementation practices of the recognition of prior learning for credit in the public service sector in South African context, utilizing qualitative research approach. The study found a complex interplay of external influences, cognitive processes, and experiential learning in the RPL landscape. The study makes a valuable contribution towards the existing literature by providing a nuanced understanding of the dynamics surrounding the execution of RPL in the South African public service sector.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Siviwe Dwabi the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Siviwe Dwabi.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Master of Education. Miriam Mapula Mashapa. Selina Sipati Moses. Adriana Smith, degree obtained with distinction. Njabuliso Gulwago.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Science. Kosipingile Nevia Kuluse. Abekotso Mabanga. Kensani Nancy Makamu. Kumiseni Nancy Mavungu. Maltase Mutanda, degree obtained with distinction. Jacobus Christian Steenkamp. Amon Vanaka.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Zanele Zwane receives the degree Master of Laws.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Master of Science: Musiwa Victoria Singane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours: Nogupila Precious Chili. Lihlohonolo Hope Mkomazi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nogukanya Mbali Ndlalose received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Technology Honours: Lindoguhle Mbalenhle Pel Matlangu. Revel Pes Moses. Christoph Kuyundu Nchati. Lebohang Rebecca Ramushu, the degree is obtained with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Nomveliso Abigail Porter receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours: Melissa Malechonono Botsane, degree obtained with distinction. Guana Mahoja Lebohang Valencia Mojano. Mbizo Mushanganyisi. Chifiwa Gladstone Nzinda.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Sandro Matlala. Nompumelelo Busisiwe Msibi. Jwalani Rahab Dlamini. Londiwe Nesta Dlamini. Sinotile Mhlanga. Innocentia Zandile Khadebe. Grant Wright.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Laws. Ntwanano Tutuzile Chabalala. Keliebetswe Cleopatra Dimpe. Sina Ramasela Gumete. Tarian Jacobs. Tsopo Samuel Kekana. Vusi Mabanga. Whitney Monara Makonko. Shalavi Victor Maluleke. Mabu Regina Manoko. Tsekofatso matlapeng. Mputi Peter Matli. Stefina Tirane Mawai. Tabisile Mkize. Ntabiseng Mpo Mohau Mojaji. Buitumelo Mohale. Donald Miapane Mukwena. Tibuseng Aida Morapedi. Kaziwa Natasha Mutena. Enika Rorisang Mpoho. Murava Ruvani Mpondi. Mahabo Bolton Moningi. Gilbochile Vinolia Ndlovu. Angeline Tandeka Nobuhle Ndlovu Makoba. Mihlolo Godfrey Ngoweni. Senzo Sinetemba Ngubane. Tobega Faith Nkalanga. Tapiso Susan Ngumalo. Tivuruwani Patience Randicheni. Kitibone Rapu. Sahopone. Mahubulani. Mahubulani Solomon Sahopo. Malesala Yan Shokane. Mandla Balekani Sitole. Baleka. Your card, Mama. Thank you. Camera. Thank you. Nogutula Millicent Skosana. Amuhalang Madiele Precious Tahane. All right. Kananelona Tuako. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Correction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Arts in the College of Law. Charlotte Baloy. Kiarabetwe Herald Bukaba. Harry Chauke. Lishan Sharis Green. Puleng Hosia Halane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Palasha Imran obtains the degree with distinction. Tapiso Khatla. Samalani Karion Koza. Francina Pumelele Khrai. Tapang Arnold Maboa. Brilliant Maila. Lechale Alpha Mochale. Fanisa Dineo Maluka. Lucia Honsi Maluleka. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Misoti Queen Manganye obtains the degree with distinction. Lisedi Manoto. Shati Justice Masalesa. Divuo Grant Mashau. Mamatle Frida Mashupche. Ribotile Shalele Matlaila. Riranzu Mkondo. Clementine Buang Modise. Itumelang Mwaketi. Masati Mohale. Tsahofatso Bridget Mohapi. Mpumelelo Yolanda Mongwe. Veronica Katlejo Mugwena. Tina Faith Ndlovu. Anna Tsakane Ngomane. Sinenhlanhla Prudence Ngwenya. Tebogo Leslie Nkwana. Ribogile Desri Nong. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Rishongile Sithia Novella obtains the degree with distinction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Riawoboka Ntoyane obtains the degree with distinction. Marilyn Opperman. Maya Otto. Furu Fedzani Wisdom Rambau. Homotso Precious Ramboho. Matsepo Nomakala Siloy. Kumisho Jennifer Tupai. Pieter Willem van der Sant. Magdalena Elizabeth van der Walt. Mariana Venter. Zanele Nompukugo Kabanisa. Patricia Busisiwe Yende. Nompumelelo Innocentia Zwane.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Mainganya Matikwane. Dwayne Nicholas Martin. Kutlwano Marumo. Ngabisile Mngoma. Blessing Ngoshi Kamuchirai. Lerato Rose Upule, degree obtained with distinction. Tendo Rachivumbo. Tabelo David Chikomba. Portia Murane. Lisihu Sophie Sitebe. Sonia Tebranch.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Ntago Tembega Dube. Sehofaso Esther Maduse. Lins Moserwa Mataban. Banana Fortunate Moloi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Trevor Warren Ferguson obtained the degree with distinction. Kamkelo Boipelo Mashishi. Ignatius Rorisang Podile. Lungisile Cleopatra Libohang. Tekiso.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Rashir Balul Frank received the degree with distinction. Matthew Jason Geber. Salvadora Pilisiwe Kihul. Puti Chamain Khomu. Tabang Madumo. Tabang Tabudi Makhubelele. Ratang Makofani. Anziso Obvious Maluleke. Pusheleto African Mapulani. Kamohelo Sonti Mashiho. Tebuho Sean Matonzi. Lesego Khumotsegang Matsogo. Yolande Makel. Josephine Mkabela. Mutwinyane Aida Mukodo. Zimir Mola. Mangaliso Tabelo Muta. Nonkululeko Mary Jane Mchaulana. Tendani Netsiboyo. Mankani Isabel Pakwayo. Phakwago. Jana Potgieter. Sharon Offense Tlhapane. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Mpureng Maureen Madiseng receives the degree of Baccalaureate Technology. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Consumer Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Witumelo Clementine Nkwani. Chan van der Walt. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Yandiswa Happiness Hadebe. Rendani Monique Lukele. Maria Pelia Mukhobatlo. Nomtamsanga Princess Malashe. Mologadi Azania Mamunyani. Neo Malibati. Takalo Rasalanabo. Reratilwe Veronica Clet Sipuru. Tuduzile Betty Jumaima Sibanyoni. Bridget Deidre Zak. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. The following candidates received the diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Gwendolyn Dury receives the diploma with distinction. Sani Raisivelanga. Vina Serahulane Lukeleni. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Lungile Valencia Mabaso receives the diploma with distinction. Nobuhle Priti Maseko. Khopotso Matros. Nokolo Katlego Mbata. Rina Tuseko Mukhari. Matari Millicent Moloto. Lerato Nchapudi. Mkolisi Mtokozisi Nzuza. Ramadimeta Mildred Paladi. Sitswale Dodla Skhobela. Tepiso Francina Selokela. Ndicheni Grace Zulu.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Cheza Melva Muremi. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the National Diploma. Daphne Kensani Baloi. Ivan Tamsang Mahlangu. Mozari Godfrey Mangena. Raisiwe Tias Mashau. Prince Mkolisi Mashinini. Amanda Mzini. Mutau Happy Daniel Rabutata. Hunte Steve Siawulel. Offense Robin Siabi. Kabonga Chibambe.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Sekufazo Penelope Baloi. Abna Nyameko Kochwayo. Ramasela Mpho Chipa. Tolakele Christina Daimane. Nolwazi Samukelisiwe Gwambe. Sipho Gift Khosane. Dipulelo Erika Kwinana. Chuba Sylvia Kumako. Masindi Kwinda. Musa Libya. Bunolo Rachel Limau. Maina Liso. Matsubane Alex Maki. Silo Mabuya. Nsako Mabuyangwe. Pumzile Fuduka Magamba, diploma obtained with distinction. Tsepo Gabriel Mahlakwana. Colin Boitumelo Mahlaula. Rilibukile Nonhlanhla Ntombikayise Maimane. Nelson Mamukele Mahata. Adolf Nsako Makondo. Dinero Celeste Makua. Malibu Malele. Pulusu Lovionda Mapiti. Matsume Florence Mashilwane. Rufuno Masindi. Samukelisiwe Pachunia Masuku. Priscilla Matabuche. Raymond Mbongane Matebula. Karabo Mawelela. Fihliwe Mbonani. Kwanele Valencia Mkhonza. Mampabo Zandile Khabo Mahlase. Nonhlanhla Mtambo. Lebogang Godfrey Muabilo. Palisa Beauty Mufukeng. Melia Musala. Kulufelo Witness Moila. Shirley Mukhaje. Elizabeth Mfasina Mukwele, diploma obtained with distinction. Lisihu Prudence Mulekana. Mabazeni Given Mulewa. Portia Itumeleng Muluto. Beatrice Boitumelo Mulontwana, diploma obtained with distinction. Mudisi Samuel Momolwantana. Lerato Ishak Muhaneng. Damaris Ntombizodwa Munyane. Rose Murungwa Moyo. Tembi Velemina Msiza. Jubua Patience Mufadi. Tisan Theodore Naidu. Sikoliwe Qiniselani Ngiba. Molly Kanyisile Nyeleti Ngobeni. Titus Mashaka Ngwenya. Moses Tabiso Nonzinywa. Lutho Nyangule. Itumeleng Pecha. Ramatabo Moses Pale. Pumzile Khatebe. Chimangalkazo Alexis Rabunanzo. Nonhlanhla Belina Sambo. Emily Tintwalo Shibambo. Islam Banyini so apologize Shirinza. Macy Silinda. Sifaya Sukaria. Bella Maserame Titis. Moeketsi Johannes Tlakeli. Timakatse Hlomisani. Lina Ntwaki Chabalala. Mahlodi Aniki Sifuka. Gcinile Promise Zwane.
Thank you. That was lovely. Shall we congratulate them? Looks like you are not convinced. Thank you. Let me start by thanking the parents again and loved ones. We are now coming towards the end of our session. Graduates, brand new graduates, I want you to look at your parents and your loved ones, not only to look at them, but to learn from them. Over the years, they have toiled to make things possible for you. They have put aside the things they could have done and enjoyed. They have spent money that they did not have on you. They have believed in you and supported you up to this moment. If you can check with them, some are here today, even though perhaps their health does not permit, but they are here. Some of them are here, they've taken leave from their work, and they can tell you it's cold out there. It's not easy to get 1 day leave. Ask my colleagues that are on stage with me here, they will tell you. But they sacrificed to be here to mark and celebrate this important day with you. They've spent even more towards the festivities that I know are going to follow after this ceremony. They've put you first and not last. And all that we are all asking of you today is just a simple thing: to go out and lend a helping hand. Sponsor someone who's more needy. The problem with us is that sometimes when we think in terms of sponsoring, we think in terms of money. You have skills, new skills that you have acquired. Somebody out there is in need of those skills. You have your time. Somebody out there needs your time. We want to say to you today, commit to the vision that one day, and very soon, you will be part of the audience, celebrating another successful graduate that you shall have helped to graduate. Let learning from your families and many others that you know that are not here, let that become your now drivers. Let every immediate moment be pregnant with meaning. Focus on what is right. Follow your heart and not that of the crowd. Strive to move from success to significant. You are successful now. That only benefits you. Be significant and benefit those that are around you. Let integrity and honesty define who you are. The world is full of challenges and uncertainties, but it is equally full of possibilities and opportunities. Be prepared to seize opportunities as they arise, but also go out and make opportunities to arise. Do not allow a single breath or any heartbeat to have been in vain. Today and now, decide to compete with the best and not wallow in defeat with the rest. Tomorrow, be the target that others strive to compete against. People are out there looking at you, trying to imitate you. Even the way you walk, somebody's going to imitate you. The way you talk, somebody's going to imitate you. Make sure that you are a good example. Make sure that you go out there to show the world what a Unisa graduate is. There are so many things going around out there about Unisa. You have been there. You have seen that. You know what is happening. And we say, go out and be the best. Go out and be the good ambassador. My colleagues here on stage, when they meet you on the street, they don't want to change routes so that they are not associated with you. Make sure that whatever you do, they would love to be associated with you. We have got brand new doctors here. When I'm old, I want to be like you. May I request you to please stand up? Can you see anything different from them? I know you know what it is. They are transformed. You'll never ever call him a Mr. or her a Miss. If you did not do it about 2 hours ago, forget it. You'll never ever do it. We congratulate you, doctors. People keep on telling us that this is the terminal degree. They are lying. You see my colleagues here on stage. They were just whispering that they want you to come and join them. So this is not the end. This is the beginning. We congratulate you. Our graduates here would love to be like you. And we told them that the application period is still open. Those of you who missed it, they're going to apply tomorrow. That one I can assure you. And they need your help. Please assist them and others to be like you. We are proud of you. Congratulations. Please make sure that you keep on doing what you were doing. Keep on researching, keep on studying, and you can see all of them here are in the afternoons of everything except me. So we want you to come and occupy this stage as in yesterday. Congratulations and all of the best. You may sit down. To all other diplomas and graduates, please make sure that you move towards this angle. We want next year to see all of you, or some few years to come, to see all of you in your red gowns. And in order to do that, make sure that you don't use those gowns to go to the taverns and shebins. And make sure that you don't turn those gowns into pajamas. Go out and burn the midnight oil so that you can come and be like them. I'm now going to request you, I see somebody was giving you brown envelopes, and you know what brown envelopes are associated with in South Africa these days. Now, we want to assure our parents and our loved ones that whatever is in that envelope is something worthwhile. Shall we please stand up, take whatever is inside, wave it in the direction of your parents, your loved ones, to show them what you have achieved. Let us stand up, please. Thank you, but don't sit down, please. They show you that they are proud of you. We are also proud of you. Even the doctors, we did not request them to sit down. You were not alone in this journey. Many people assisted you. And this is the time that we want to thank them all. This is the time to show that attitude of gratitude. The colleagues you see on stage here, I said they represent many who are not here. They represent colleagues from the graduation division. They represent colleagues from the colleges. They represent colleagues from Department of Institutional Advancement. They represent colleagues from multimedia. They represent colleagues from Unisa Radio. They represent colleagues from Protection Services. They represent our able pianists. They represent colleagues from cleaning services. They represent colleagues from facility management. They represent colleagues from campus clinic. They represent colleagues from registrar's office and whoever I shall have not mentioned. So I'm going to request you, I know that somewhere along the way, we might have not been that nice to you. If ever that was the case, I want to say it openly in front of you and your loved ones that we are not academic terrorists. And I said earlier on that we are not perfect, and no one is not perfect. So I'm going to request you to thank all the people that I've mentioned. If you can just, whatever you have shown your parents, show it to my colleagues on stage to thank them and those that they are representing. Thank you. You may sit down. We are now coming, as I indicated, to the end of our session. I want to say to you, we welcome you to be part of Unisa alumni. And we expect you to join hands with the university in one way or another to educate the masses out there. Malepa indicated to you that your education helps in replacing the empty mind with an open one. So we are saying to you, join hands with us, assist us, so that those that did not make it to where you are today can also make it through your help in one way or another. It could be through funding, we will appreciate that, but it can also be through assisting them. You are able to navigate through the proctoring tools, amongst others. Some are still struggling. Go out and assist them. Your university at the moment registered 381,000 students. Over 200,000 of those students are funded by NSFAS. So we are saying to you, please go out and join hands with the university to ensure that you assist in educating those that could not make it to the just above 200,000 who are funded by NSFAS. We thank you once more. Well done and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I'll request you to stand up in order to join in the singing of the national anthem. I'll further request you to remain standing to allow, the words of national anthem are on page 25 of the book, and I'll request you to remain standing to allow me to dissolve the congregation, that is after the singing of the national anthem. But I'll also request you to remain standing to allow the academic procession to leave the hall. Shall we please stand up for the singing of the national anthem? By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.